Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the March 19th, 2025 meeting of Chatham's Historic Business District Commission. As soon as our clerk, Sam Stryber, gets through reading the governor's directive concerning these meetings, we'll do a roll call of the members who are present, and we'll be reviewing the applications this afternoon. Sam, would you be so kind as to read the directive?
Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29th, 2023 signing of the Acts of 2023, extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, general laws C-30A, paragraph 20, until March 31, 2025. This meeting of the Chatham Historic Business District Commission is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that people who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, conference ID 681-224-87#, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link posted in the agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. In accordance with town policy, the public can speak to any issue, hearing, or business item on the agenda during the meeting when recognized by the chair.
Okay, we'll do a roll call. We have our first alternate, Tim Gilmore.
Tim Gilmore is present.
Vice Chair Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin is here.
Our clerk, Sam Stryber.
Sam Stryber is here.
And Chair Dan Silver is here. We expect Doug Grattan to be a little late, and we do not expect Bob Burns. So we do have three, but because we have three, in order for your proposed project to pass, all three of us have to agree to it. So if there's anybody that doesn't want to take that chance, it's your opportunity to leave. But I don't see any problems myself. So, all right. First order of business will be the minutes. As soon as those are approved, we'll move on to the applications. And the minutes will be approving of those of the meeting held on March 5th, 2025. Are there any additions, corrections, or anything anybody would like to, comments anybody would like to make? No? Go ahead, Darcy.
Darcy Sequin would like to make a motion to approve the minutes of March 5th, 2025.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore votes to approve.
You want to second it?
Yeah, Tim Gilmore seconds the motion.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Now we can approve.
Now you can vote.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. All right. Sam, what is our first application?
The agenda, the additions and alterations are the first application. 25-003, Town of Chatham, care of Rouse Architects. An application to modify the certificate of appropriateness number 25-003 to add the location of the proposed ventilation required at 549 Main Street.
Very good. And I guess our representative is here virtually. If you'll introduce yourself and give us a brief synopsis of what you're proposing to change.
Mr. Chairman,
Oh,
I
I'm
just
sorry.
need to add that the Sarah Clark, the central permitting planner, has determined that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
Very good. Hello.
Hello.
Wait a minute. I don't think it's the sign.
And your name?
So my name is Brittany Grant from Rouse Architects. And I believe Rick Pomeroy is there in person as well.
All right, what can you tell us about the sign?
So
It's not a sign.
sorry, to step back, so once we started construction, we realized that we had missed
Do we
the
have someone here
louvers.
live?
Excuse me, Brittany, can you hold on one
Yes.
moment? You might need to start over. This
course.
application is not for a sign. This is addition
no.
alteration for the town hall bathrooms. They need to
Oh, I'm sorry.
modify their
No, I'm
certificate
stuck.
of appropriateness.
Yeah, my apologies, yeah. Okay, sir?
Mr. Chair, it's Brittany. She's online.
Great.
All right, if you'll introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Brittany Grant from Rouse Architects, and I believe Rick Pomeroy is there in person, representing the owner as well. But to jump in, once we started construction, we realized that we had missed the exterior louvers in our previous application. So we are coming before you to receive any feedback and see if this would be acceptable. Initially, we were proposing two options, which we were looking for feedback on, where the exterior louvers could be gable mounted. They would be white with trim around the exterior. Yes, that existing photo can kind of give you, they would go above where the doors are on the south facade. Another potential option would be roof exhaust fans. They are not our preferred solution. They can create water issues and they have kind of a mushroom look on top of the building. And we feel that the gable ends would be more appropriate. If possible, could I share my screen? I have an updated elevation that's a little more clean and can help clarify this solution. So as we kind of had another site meeting and looked at this solution, we are in favor of the gable end louvers. But when we were looking at replacing the door that is currently there, we realized it would look kind of messy if we were just infilling with new siding. So we are looking to reside this whole facade to match the existing. We are proposing new 1/2-inch by 4-inch CVG red cedar clapboards with the 2.5-inch exposure, matching what is originally there. Everything would be painted white to match as well. We feel that this would have a more traditional look and better represent the space. Additionally, there is an existing low voltage conduit running along the eave that we realized we could remove as well, further cleaning up this facade. With this, we will be turning to the west elevation and residing this area as well, just to kind of have a clean, cohesive look to the two facades that we are doing some work on. So again, here are some existing photos. We are removing this door, removing this conduit, and installing the new louvers in approximately those locations. And we will be residing the whole facade to have a more cohesive finished look. And that is the extent of the modifications that we are asking to make to our previous submission.
Okay.
All right. Doug?
Well, Doug Ratton is present. I am in favor of the louvers on the gable end side as well. And if that was, I would condition the application that way. But I have no other questions.
Sam?
I didn't quite hear whether the louvers are finished white.
Yes, they would be a finished
They'll be
white.
finished white. And they're quite tight air opening so that they match the siding. The siding is 2.5 inches to the weather. Is that correct? Okay,
Yes, that's the
well,
existing siding.
I think the louver would be the best option than that green hex on the roof.
Darcy?
I agree. Option 1, I think, is the better choice.
Jim?
I would agree with option one. I think the locations of the roof vent would be visible in pictures from the parking lot and the street. I think the louvers in the back match very well. I would definitely go with option one.
Okay, and I have no questions, I have no issues.
All right, so Doug Grant will make a motion on additions/alterations, application 25-003, Town of Chatham, care of Rouse Associates, Rouse Architects, excuse me. Application to modify the certificate of appropriateness number 25-003 to add location of the proposed ventilation located at 549 Main Street with the louvers being on the gable end.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
The motion is made and seconded. Tim?
Tim Gilmore votes to approve.
Darcy Sequin votes to approve.
Sam Stryber votes to approve.
Doug Grattan votes to approve.
And Dan Silver votes to approve as well. Yeah, the record's going to show that Doug has shown up, obviously.
I am here.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, folks, I don't know how I jumped down to the next application, but I did. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so
I think
much for
that's
your
a nice
time.
move. All right, Sam, what's next?
Now we're starting with a sign.
Here we go.
24-137, the West Chatham Store, care of Edward Sebring II. Application to install ground sign located at 39 George Ryder Road, continued from February 5th, 2005, and February 19th, 2005.
Very good. I know,
The central permitting planner has determined that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
very good. All right, if we have a representative or the petitioner themselves, please move to one of the podiums on our right. Introduce yourself and give us a brief synopsis of your project.
My name is Ed Sebring. I live in West Chatham. It's actually a store that's going in the Archibald Woodworking building there on the first floor. The sign replaces a sign that was already there. Excuse me. Size of the sign is exactly the same, 42 by 21. The store is basically, it would be Mahi Gold, Island Pursuit, and the Puritan. Affordable. It would be a store that would have men's and boys' resort wear at a reasonable price. Kind of the home of things you never knew you needed. The colors are actually Seattle Seahawk colors for the sign. The emphasis of the store is basically on West Chatham, trying to, through T-shirts and memorabilia, to promote West Chatham. We decided that West Chatham didn't have a bank, and it didn't have a church, and it didn't have a men's clothing store, so the easiest thing seemed to be the men's clothing store. I grew up here. Tommy Doan and I have been friends for 70 years. So I have a lot of history here, a lot of bicycling, a lot of fishing, a lot of band concerts, a lot of girlfriends. What else?
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Doug?
Well, I have to say, I love the sign. I love the blue. I'm not a fan of the green. I'd prefer a white lettering, but that's just my personal opinion. But I think the sign is very appropriate and it's, you know, a good spot, so. That's just my
Yeah.
thoughts.
I could agree with the previous, previous board member. The green is, in this, this,
The green is
Green-
actually like the color chip, the
yeah,
shade.
I see
That's the
that.
color we were going to use.
It's the green and the blue, it has a sort of a shock value, and
Well, that's
visually
kind of-
shocking, and I don't, it's not exactly compatible with the way
So what would you
Chatham
think would be,
signs, but
what
you're a
would you
little
think
off
would be better
the,
colors?
you're a little off the beaten path back there, and so maybe you need to attract attention.
So what would you think? What color would you recommend?
Oh, I'm not gonna offer, I would lighten up the blue.
But you're okay with the green? You like the green lettering, but you want the blue later?
I like a darker green. But my opinion is not of what I would propose for this, because I probably would have a whole new idea. But
It isn't a real large
the
sign.
layout is intriguing, and so I'm just concerned that the green will fade eventually, and
I think I'll be gone before the sign fades away.
you know,
In fact, I would almost bet on that. I'm 83 years old, so I'm kind of riding out the crest here. I'm at the base of the wave.
I think the sign is attractive, the font is great. I tend to agree about the green. I think the dark blue, I think it's attractive. And I think the white, like Doug said, probably would make it stand out just as much as the green. I would not object to the horseshoe crab being green because it's not that big, but that's my own opinion, and,
good idea.
you know, you're probably gonna get 4 more ideas.
Okay?
I like that.
You like that?
Jim?
I like the sign, the dimensions of the sign. I like the lettering, the fonts. I really love the horseshoe crab. I get back to my colleagues in regards to the green. I think it's a little stark for the area. I don't see the historical significance of that bright neon green as I'm driving that neighborhood. However, I think the dark blue is more complementary to the traditions in that neck of town. Maybe a white or something a little more subtle. I'd leave that up to you, but I think the green is a little too much as far as you know, that really jumping out at someone driving by or walking by.
But isn't that what you want the sign to do, to try to, I mean, would light gray look better? Dark blue with light gray?
That wouldn't be my decision, but I like a blue and a white. I think white would stand out very nicely against the dark blue background. It's just, I think that's a little, the neon green is just too much. I don't see that much in that area of town.
Would the horseshoe crab be white also?
I don't think the horseshoe crab would dominate as much as all the additional lettering surrounding it. I think the horseshoe crab might be a good draw if you'd like to get some green in there.
So leave that green and then go with the lettering later.
That would, not my suggestion, but I think I would tend to vote more along those lines.
Okay.
I like everything about the sign. I think you did a wonderful job with it. As Darcy says, the font's great, the horseshoe crab is great. Everything's great about it except for the green. If you look at that green from an angle, I'm looking at all my colleagues' pictures, and it appears to be yellow, which is much better than that. that bright green. Our regulations ask us to ask for earth colors, toned down earth colors.
Okay,
We've had trouble with these neon bright colors before being proposed for signs, and we've turned them all down.
so
I
what
think,
would you
I
have?
love the blue. White would be great, yellow would be great. I don't know what other color, but that would be, I couldn't feel comfortable voting positively for this green that you're proposing, sadly. Everything else about the sign is wonderful.
How do you feel about the horseshoe crab color?
What's that?
How do you feel about the horseshoe crab remaining the green? Is it too much
How
still?
do I feel about the horseshoe crab?
Yeah, the color. Color of the horseshoe crab,
Color of the horseshoe crab?
right.
Being green? Well, it's got a thin enough line, so it's not a massive,
Right.
yeah. I would go for that.
So white lettering, green horseshoe crab, dark blue background.
Yeah. Blue background and white letters,
White letters,
yeah.
okay. We can do that.
Would that work for you?
Sure, it's actually one of my students, 60 years old, that's going to make this sign. We've had this in the works since last December. He keeps asking me for more money, because he's got all this stuff designed, but I didn't know you had to be here in person. Really, I just thought you submitted the paperwork and then, you know.
I know. If that was a T-shirt, it'd be great, but a sign in the town of Chatham,
So question, Dan, if I'm out of line, let me know. Can we, or can I make a motion to make the sign, the lettering white, the horseshoe crab green, the background dark blue, and we could approve it, or does it need to come back to us again? What's the
well, you
proper?
can make a motion that it be accepted with
Conditioned.
the exception, with the condition that the background be blue, the horseshoe can be the green, and the lettering all be white.
Would that be acceptable to you, Mr. Seaver?
Absolutely, that's fine.
Should I do that?
And then he could bring in the
What's that?
he could bring in the sample to Chantel, what it's gonna look like. Would that be okay?
You mean a rendering? Yeah, he could do that. That'd be good.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so Doug Grattan will make a motion to signs, application 24-137, the West Chatham Store, care of Ed Sebring II. Application to install a ground sign located at 39 George Ryder Road, continued from February 5th, 2025, and February 19th, 2025, to be conditioned that the sign is, the back of the sign is dark blue, the lettering is white, and the horseshoe crab will be the electric lime green as presented.
Darcy Seacon will second the motion.
A motion made and seconded. Tim?
Tim Gilmore votes to approve.
Darcy Seacon votes to approve.
Sam Strybert votes to approve.
Doug Grattan votes to approve.
And Dan Silver votes to approve as well. It's a nice sign.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. So, oops, I would be able to get it in the works now
Yes.
to make the sign? Okay.
You don't want to make it tile, huh?
Beg your pardon?
You don't want to make it tile? I'm just trying to give Tommy some work, you know.
This student of mine, he is so intent on doing the sign, so I'm going to make a phone call when I leave here, and we'll get things rolling. It won't be up here till the end of May, probably, or the end of April anyhow.
Well, either way, good luck to you, sir.
Good luck.
Yes,
Yes, good luck.
hop in.
We will.
Okay.
Okay. Um, 25-017 Chatham Boat Company, care of Molly Fideli. Application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 174 Kroll Road.
All right, so we have the folks online?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
we have the central permitting planner, Sarah Clark, has determined that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
All righty. Hello, folks, if you'll introduce yourself.
Yep.
Selves, I should say.
How you doing?
Hi, we're Molly and Todd Fideli. Can you hear us okay?
Yes.
From Chatham Boat Company. I believe you have a picture of the sign. Bob at Chatham Sign Shop is hoping to put this together for us.
All right. Well, it's a straightforward sign.
Yeah.
All right. Doug, you want to set us off?
No, I think it looks, beautiful, and, my colors were that primary, so I love it. No question, looks fantastic.
Sam?
Well, I think the sign does a fabulous job of improving the entrance to this rather mundane building. And so I would approve it on that basis, yeah.
All right. Darcy?
Great sign, well done.
Jim?
As far as the lighting, it looks like there are 4 X's on the picture I'm looking at. I think the colors are great. Those 4 X's, would those indicate the lighting that you've affixed to the application?
Yes.
And what are going to be the hours of the lighting?
Was it the lighting
Oh.
on a timer or something?
Yeah, we'll put them on a timer from probably dark to 10.
Okay, so they won't be on all night.
No, nope.
Okay, no further questions.
Outside of the fact that I think it's great, very appropriate.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, so under signs, Doug Grant will make a motion, application 25-017, Chatham Boat Company, care of Molly Fidel, application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 174 Kroll Road as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
A motion is made and seconded. Doug?
Doug Grattan approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well.
Great.
Wonderful, thank you
Nice
very
sign.
much.
You
Thank
got 2
you.
nice
We're
signs in
looking
a row
forward to
there.
it.
Thank you.
All right. Where are we, Sam?
Okay, so we're 25-19, the Nines Art Gallery, care of Lauren DeFanato Incorporated. Application to install a ground sign located at 515A Main Street. And the central permitting planner has determined that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
All righty. Well, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Luther Bates. I'm a representative of the Nines Art Gallery, and it's Lauren D. Ferdinando. Lauren is here in the back. We're husband and wife, and we have a family and live in Chatham. We have a couple of signs here today before you for a ground and a wall.
Okay, couldn't have done a sign more, I don't know, controversial?
Historically correct.
I'd like to get this one pushed through quickly. We have a lot of work to do over here.
All right, Doug?
Quick question, is Lauren the artist that does the glass?
Yes, she is.
Wow, incredible, incredible. Looking forward to this opening. I love the sign, love the presentation, the colors and everything, very appropriate. I have no questions.
Sam?
I think it'll be a great addition on Main Street. It's very crystal clear. People will flock, I hope.
Yep.
Absolutely. Wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you.
Jim?
Very nice sign.
And as I say, I wish there was something we could really talk about.
All right, so Doug Grattan will make a motion under signs, application 25-019, the Nines Art Gallery, care of Lauren DiFernato. Application to install a ground sign located at 515A Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Tim?
Tim Gilmore votes to approve.
Darcy Sequin votes to approve.
Sam Stryver votes to approve.
Doug Grattan votes to approve.
And Dan Silver votes to approve as well.
So we have the next 25-20, the Nines Art Gallery, care of Lauren DeFernando Incorporated. Application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 515 Main Street. and the central permitting planner has determined that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
All right, sir, if you'd be kind enough to introduce yourself again.
Yes, I am Luther Bates. I'm a representative of the Nines Art Gallery, which is Lauren D. Ferdinando, Inc. Lauren is here in the audience. We're husband and wife. We have children, and we live in Chatham. We're looking to install a wall sign at 515A Main Street, downtown Chatham.
All right, we have the usual suspects and similar sign.
Looks great to me, no questions.
Sam?
I have a concern about the sign 18 inches, cutting off the trim that's around the top of the window there.
You
Now,
might, we might
it
have
seems to be
superimposed
sitting
that.
partially in front of the molding that makes the top of the transom there. But I can't tell whether it's sized to fit between these architectural moldings.
The attempt is to fit in. We may have superimposed with the scope, the scale of the sign there.
Could you speak a little louder again?
We may have superimposed that on this sketch here. The intention is to fit within the moldings and to exactly replicate the height of the prior sign, which was
Okay,
approved.
I think that would be a condition of the sign, that it fit between the moldings.
Yes, the top of the,
No,
See, what you see here, Sam, is the line.
this lower.
Those features that I
lower one, it
point-
seems to cover.
That's not the sign, that's just the arrow. That's
Oh,
not part of the sign.
I know what that blue line is. No, I'm talking about, it looks like it sits at the top of the column.
the column tops are projecting forward quite a bit, and the sign would be above
right.
them and rested back on the support blocks that were installed by the prior sign.
Well, as I said, I would like it conditioned that it's between these moldings.
Certainly.
I have no questions.
Jim?
No questions.
Okay, so Doug Grant will make a motion under signs, application 25-020, the Nines Art Gallery, care of Lauren DiFernato, Inc. Application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 515A Main Street as presented with the condition that the sign fits within the molding of the columns as presented
Of the doorway.
of the doorway, the columns of the doorway,
The head of the doorway,
at the head of the doorway.
okay.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
The motion is made and seconded.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam Strybert approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. All righty,
Thank you, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
thank you. All right, Sam, where are we?
We're on the last sign, Chatham Conservation, 25-21, Chatham Conservation Foundation Incorporated, care of Julie Baca. Application to install a ground sign located at 10 Huckleberry Lane.
Hi, I'm Lauren Arcamano, representing the Chatham Conservation Foundation.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And what can you tell us about this sign?
Well, this is the sign that we have used on approximately 30 to 35 other properties here in Chatham. We have over 800 acres on 224 parcels, and we selectively choose a number to sign each year. And this one is right on the road, and it's a nice visibility at the headwaters of the Cockle Cove Creek.
All right, Doug?
Again, a great-looking sign. I have no questions.
All right. Sam?
I forgot to mention that the central permitting planner has determined that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw. And these signs are all over the town.
Yeah,
And I think the fact that they made an elliptical sign really adds to the care that they've taken over the property, so I would approve it.
I also agree. No questions.
Yeah, I think it's a great sign, and I really approve of the work you do at the Conservation Foundation.
Thank you.
okay, I'm gonna ruin the mood here. I think you do great work, and I hope you keep it up. I do have an issue with these signs, however. You're right along the road, beautiful stretch of wooded property, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes a sign. And I think it just spoils the whole, mood of the open woods and everything else. I think you should have something up there. But what I'd like to see is a rectangular sign with the same wording on a post, slightly tilted, so people who get out of their car can look at it. I don't know if people driving by need to know that it's conservation, but I just think it ruins a nice, if I took a photograph of a beautiful street, wooded street, and that sign was sticking up in the middle of it, it would kind of spoil the mood. So I wish you could find some other way to, I know you do great work and you're proud of yourself, but, you could, in my opinion, you ruin your own work. So, but this sign's probably gonna pass anyways.
Well, this is right next to Marion, so I don't know that this is an, pristine stretch of road. But nonetheless, I thank you for your feedback. We are trying to heighten the awareness of what we're doing here in town. And you could drive around Harwich and see 10 times this amount, yet we have just as much
Yeah.
in holding. So,
Well, if you imagine driving down the road with a sign that side that says sandwiches, it would just ruin the whole area, but anyways.
Well, Doug Grant will make a motion on the signs, application 25-021, Chatham Conservation Foundation, care of Julia Backer. Application to install a ground sign located at 10 Huckleberry Lane as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
The motion is made and seconded. All right, Tim?
Tim Gilmore votes to approve.
Darcy Sequin votes to approve.
Sam Stryver votes to approve.
Doug Grattan votes to approve.
And Dan Silver abstains.
thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
Okay, we're on a site improvement, 25-18, 19. I guess that means 18 and 19?
No, 19's the address, I believe.
Oh,
I think.
okay. 19 off Main Street, I guess is the address. Application,
No, it's the name of the
no,
company.
I don't understand. Oh, it's the name of the LLC, the owner.
Yeah.
Sorry. LLC, care of William J. Riley. Application to replace the front patio, steps, front railings, clad foundation with stone veneer and replace fencing located at 19 Bierce's Byway.
All right. Yes, sir.
Hello there. My name is William Riley, and I own the property at 19 Bierce's Byway, and I'd like to beautify it a bit by improving the stonework in front. It currently floods during heavy rains, so walking into the house, your shoes wind up getting wet, and I'd like to make certain that it looks better than it does now.
All right. Doug?
I've reviewed the application, and I think all the improvements the homeowner wants to make to the property are in keeping with the neighborhood and be great improvements, so I have no questions.
All right, Sam?
Yes, I see all their efforts to improve the look and the quality of the presentation of the entrance, I think is to be commended. And I would approve this.
Darcy?
I agree with my other two commissioners. I think it's a great improvement.
Jim?
Very nice improvements, no questions.
Yep, I think it's great. No questions either.
Okay. So under site improvements, application 25-018, 19 off Main Street LLC, care of William J. Riley. Application to replace the front patio and steps, front railings, clad foundation with stone veneer, replace the fencing located at 19 Bierce's Byway as presented.
Darcy Seacon will second the motion.
Motion made and seconded. Tim?
Tim Gilmore votes to approve.
Go ahead.
Darcy Sequin votes to approve.
Sam Stryber votes to approve.
And Doug Grattan votes to approve.
And Jan Silver votes to approve as well. All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Sam, where are we?
That's it.
Moving right along here.
I think came to a screeching halt here.
So Doug Grattan will make a motion to adjourn.
Darcy Seacon will second the motion.
Tim Gilmore votes to adjourn.
Darcy Sequin votes to adjourn.
Sam Stryber votes to adjourn.
Doug Grattan votes to adjourn.
And Jan Silver votes to adjourn since there's no other business. And I want to thank Chantel Kilkenny for being with us, keeping us on the straight and narrow, helping us out.
Does the governor's directive end March 25th? No, so,
She
okay, because
extended it.
I won't be here for the next meeting, but I can attend virtually, if that helps. the
Yes.
Commission.
It will.
Okay, so I'll plan on that.
Well done.
Of course, I will have to abstain for a lot of it, but I'll be here.
If there's any way to improve the volume,
We're still on here.